Apologies to everyone. We just have to take more questions. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm waiting for our guest to join. So we need to take a few questions. All right. Yes. Yes, I saw your question, so we are taking that question right away now. So I'm waiting for our guest to join. The issue of setting healthy boundaries. Yes. We must learn how to set healthy boundaries. Just a moment. I'm waiting for our guests to come and join. All right. I'm waiting for our guests to join us back. Sorry for the delay. I apologize for that. We are waiting for you.
Ghanaian internet doing this thing, so I'll be there in a minute. You start in the questions, please, and I'll join you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. So we're still discussing the issue of So somebody asked a question on. Let me bring forward the question. How do you set healthy boundaries with friends and family for your children? Yes, that's the question. The question is still going on. I'm waiting for. So the question is, how do you set healthy boundaries? All right. Thank you. Two questions already, even three. So let's take the first one. Because of our time, let's take the first one that has to do with how do we set healthy boundaries for our children with families and friends?
So children cannot advocate for themselves. I'm going to be very brief now because I don't want to take too much time. Children cannot advocate for themselves. It is the responsibility of parents to advocate for their children. So when uncles and aunts come to the house, make it known to the uncles that there is a way that we play in this house, and we don't play this whole putting her on your lap, or touching her in weird places, or making weird sentences like, you're so big now. We don't make sentences like this. You also tell your daughter that these are red flags. If uncle ever says these things to you, please report him to me immediately. Number two, never ask a male figure to give your baby a shower. Your 3-year-old, your 4-year-old, your 5-year-old, an uncle from outside, someone who lives with you, never ask them to give your baby a shower. Please, if anything, try and give your baby a shower yourself. It's just, I'm telling you, the horror stories I've heard from showers, it's terrible. So, I think these are the two most important things that you have to set in terms of boundaries. Let the uncles know who your priority is. My priority is my daughter, and I don't care much if I destroy this whole family thingy to protect my daughter.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's key.
Yeah. Okay, they've taken advantage of people over protect your family. So what about aunties?
I heard I've heard stories that I wish I could tell you here, but I don't want to because they're really personal stories, and these stories could get out. But let me just say that try and give your daughters a shower by yourself. Don't let auntie, uncle, I don't know, I don't care. Okay? Just based off of what I've seen and heard, or not seen, but heard, don't let any external person give your babies a shower, okay? Just that's one thing you could do in your life. If you work hard and you work 2 jobs or 3 jobs or whatever, try to be there during their shower time or their bath time. That's the least you can do.
So another question, talking about consent in marriage, the way you want it does not satisfy your partner and he wants it his way. Will it not be termed denial? One party loves it violent while the other says no.
I mean, sexual maturity.
Be very blunt on this.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. See, maybe you should not be. I'm a very blunt person generally, so forgive my harshness, but maybe you should not be having sex with this person if they cannot compromise. If they're very, very, very selfish to the point where they don't meet you halfway, they don't care about your own pleasure, perhaps you should not be having sex with this person. Yeah, I understand that you're already married, but I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is that you've messed up the foundation of sex already. Sex is supposed to be enjoyed by both parties, not one. If one, I can never understand how people go on enjoying sex when they see obviously that their partner is not enjoying it. I mean, that's just wrong, right? But how do you fix it? Now that I've said all these harsh things, how do you fix it? You might want to try some more communication. You might want to try some more communication. You might want to actually sit the person down. Honestly, I don't know who asked that question. Is it a lady or a guy?
A lady.
A lady. Usually. Okay, this happens both ways. There are some times that you actually need to teach your partner what to do. How to kiss you, even kissing. Because some people, they put too much tongue, they put too little tongue, they don't know what tongue is, or they put their lips all over your nose and they don't know the direction of the mouth, or their noses are colliding with yours. I mean, it's just a disaster. You might need to be like, honey, listen, okay, we need to practice kissing together, okay? Because this is what turns me on, and apparently you're not really getting it. It's rather turning me off, and it's supposed to get me very, very wet down there, but I'm dry like a desert, So you might want to try and have this conversation with the person. That's one. And there are times. There was a story. I think this was a joke actually, that a woman came to a gynecologist. He's still a woman came to an obstetrician actually and said, "I've not been able to give birth or to have a child. I don't know what we're doing wrong, but like we're really trying and I've not gotten pregnant." And the obstetrician is like, "Okay, you know what? Let's try this therapy, let's try this test, let's try this and that." The obstetrician, who's a very smart doctor, she tries everything she knows. And the woman is not able to conceive. And then one day she just asked the man, after 2 years of trying, she asked the man, she says, "Can you describe your sexual, moment with your wife for me?" And the man is like, "What do you mean? Like, tell me, how do you have sex with your wife?" And the man is like, "Of course, well, I put it in there." He's like, "Where? In her vagina? Okay. And then I move in and out. Okay. And when I'm about to finish, I come out and put it in her belly button." And it turns out that the man thought that, finishing on her stomach was the way to impregnate her because, the stomach is what looks big when a woman is pregnant.
This story is not true. This story is not true. It's not true.
That's why I said it's a joke. But I mean, in medical
Oh,
practice, you could actually meet people that are close to this. Maybe not as stupid as this, but close to this. Now, what I'm saying now is
mhm.
reality. That they do not know what how to do what. So they're just messing around and
Okay.
fooling around, and they're not able to ask their friends. So have good communication with your partner, and say, "This is what I want. I like it a bit more violent. I want you to choke me." Some people like that stuff. Okay, I want you to choke me. There is a scientific basis to that. That the moment you choke a person, they start to feel like they're suffocating, and that could cause euphoria in the brain. If that's the thing that turns you on, good luck. Go ahead and communicate that with your partner. That's I think that we would all learn and come to a middle ground. Oh yes, sorry, that's an important part that we forgot. I'm actually a medical doctor, so my my advice is medical. All right. So yeah, that's how I would answer that question. If the person has a follow up to that, let the person
Okay.
comment.
No, that I think that's good. The issue of communication, very important. Talking to your partner, what you want, how you want it to be done, and all of that. So now, some people have spoken about male, child, this. Do you have other comments and all a few other things that you want to touch on before we go? Because people are telling us these conversations are some things that we need to be having regularly. Church is not talking about it. They can't even talk about sex in church.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll play the blood of Jesus on you and everything. So a lot of other things that we need to talk about that we're not talking about.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's the rape in the places of worship.
Mm.
People are oppressed sexually by people that they look up to, maybe a minister, a pastor, whatever title or appellation they give to themselves. These things, what is the do you think should be our position in handling these things? We have people that people have looked up to. They cannot even talk to anybody because how will I say it that my father raped me? How will I say
Mm.
that I was raped by a minister of God, a pastor? How do I
Mm.
come up to say this thing? What should we do?
I think enlightenment. We need to demystify sex in the church. We need to demystify. There are.
Mm,
I grew up in a very, 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 very conservative church. I'm not going to mention the name, but Philip knows the name, and a couple of you guys do. And yeah, Michael says even marriage counseling they cannot talk about sex. Yeah, they
yes, well,
in
they can't
yeah
talk about it.
yeah in my the church that I grew up in, um, you know, you would hear
He has put the name of your church.
who put it Jesus.
It's Michael. Deeper life.
Why? Yeah.
Wait,
So
let's
anyway, yeah.
continue. Let's leave Mike. Let's continue.
Yeah. So where in that church you would I mean when they talk about sex, they talk about it like it's some foreign thing, foreign to the earth. It's extraterrestrial. Maybe I don't know that it exists in some plane above the sky. I mean, it is even. I mean, when I was growing up in the church, I recall that husband and wife would walk into the church, and the husband will go left, the right will go right, the wife will go right, because they would not sit together. They don't want to give any suggestion that they are having sex at home, that type of a thing. Or um, a husband will see his wife and would call her sister so and so, sister so and so, and I mean, in such an environment, how do you now build the courage to even talk about rape, to say that pastor so and so raped me? So I think that the first thing to do would be to demystify sex and to talk about it like it's actually sex. Let's talk about sex for real. You know, let's not just talk about some, you know, you put her in the family way, or they went and did what married couples do. No, that's
He
nonsense.
knew her.
He knew her.
And David knew his wife.
He knew her. Yeah, that's nonsense. Yeah. I don't. I mean, once we have made sex feel like, you know, once we've made sex feel like it's this thing we can't talk about, you don't expect people to come up and say, you know, I was raped and I'm a rape survivor, or things like that. So, on a more serious note, churches need to demystify sex. They need to start talking about it. They need to be freer. They need to act when they see a pastor getting too close to a particular sister in the church. You need to investigate that. You know, find out what's going on. Don't just say, "Oh no, it's Pastor so and so." No, you know, you can't just assume that because he's a pastor, he has suddenly lost his penis. Penises are not detachable. They stay on, even with your anointing.
Dr. Kaycee. Oh my God. Oh my God. We need to quickly round up. I want to ask
I thought there was
because
one
we
more
talked
question.
only on sexual. No, let's just read the images. Somebody said penises are not even born again.
I agree.
So, yeah, I agree as well. We have to be careful. We have to be extremely careful. So, you know, we didn't even talk about gender violence. We just mentioned it a bit. So that's why I'm asking people, should there be a part 2? So if you want there to be a part 2, please let me see your comment, your signify by raising your hand and all everything, so that we can plan towards this, and it's going to be better. We want questions, we want comments. People have different kinds of experiences, you know, growing up. I know my own experience with people around in terms of marriage, if not for reorientation and trying to, for God, knowing the Bible, changing your circle of friends, the stories will not be the same today.
Yeah.
It will not be.
Yeah.
Okay, part 2 featuring a woman.
Yeah.
Featuring women or a woman?
I think a woman she meant.
Yes,
anyway, you can only feature one person per time.
No, it has changed though.
Really?
Yes, and you are.
I'm so
Don't let me
old
mention where
school.
you are.
I'm so old school.
Don't let me mention the country that you are. So that. Yeah, so parents need to trust their children when they open up to you. Please, parents need to trust their children. We have just like 3 minutes more. I want to let people know rape is an issue that's ongoing for many decades. The law should take its rightful place. Let the law of the land take its place. Let's not bury it in the family and say we don't want to shame the family. We must go back to the fundamental cause, which is what is traceable to the moral decadence in our societies, in the church, in the families, in everywhere in the society. We must speak up. When people speak up, we must not shamify them. Women support women when they come out. Stop telling them they are indecently dressed, stop saying such things to make it worse for people. Stop doing that. Let's support people when they come out to talk to us about their stories. We must support them. We must verify. We must show concern for everyone that comes out to speak about this issue. So we'll plan for part 2. We'll talk about it again, talk about gender violence, talk about, next week we are talking about raising, we are beginning a series next week talking about raising responsible men. And it's very important that we do that. We have concentrated on the girl child for too long. And we cannot afford to leave our trained daughters in the hands of untrained men. We can't do that. We can't do that. We must train both gender to be responsible. Thank you, Mike, for your comment. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Hardy Wealth. Thank you, everyone, for your comment. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you some other time. We're going to update you. Part 2, gender violence.
Thank you, everyone.
Doctor.
Yeah.
On the medical aspect, from the medical point of view, I want to round up. A survivor of rape. Well, as a medical doctor, somebody comes to meet you from medical point of view, what will you tell them? And then we conclude, so people can know.
From a medical point of view, if a lady or a person came to me to say that they had been raped, I would listen. It's advice that cuts across all fields. I would listen, and then of course, after hearing the story and after being empathetic, then there are tests that we can carry out to, especially if the rape has just occurred. We can carry out tests to prove the rape and to report the perpetrator to the police. We would have all that test and all that evidence ready before it goes to the police. So there are rape test kits that are actually available. So this is why it's important to report when this happens, not 1 year after. And I know, like, we've already talked about why people take time to report, but this is why it's important that people build the courage to report, because then you can prove that person actually did it, because the semen is probably still in the vaginal canal, and then the doctor can do a swab and then do some testing. And also, very importantly, the doctor can actually treat whatever diseases the person may have, transferred to infected the lady with. You can be given post-exposure prophylaxis for HIV infection, and for all other infections you could get. Someone just said post-exposure prophylaxis. That's the Meiji.
That's the Meiji. That's you doctors. You are showing us now, doctors.
We just said that at the same time, the Meiji, huh? So yeah. So we can also just give broad spectrum antibiotics to this person to ensure that they do not continue to suffer from this. I have a story of someone who could not go to the hospital, and she kept treating herself with antibiotics, the wrong ones, and it only worsened the problem. So this is why it's important to present to a doctor to get treated properly. So that's my doctor's advice.
Thank you very much. Conclusion tonight, I'm going to make 2 statements again for everyone listening to us, younger ones, anyone, wherever you are hearing us from. Please note, one of the things that we are doing is to change the narrative, to sensitize people, to create more awareness that we have to be the pressure of our peer. No one must put pressure on us. We must come out. Also, for anyone that has been a survivor, the shame is on the perpetrators. The shame is not on you. The shame is actually on the perpetrators of the crime. So don't be ashamed. You are strong. You survived, and you are strong. Don't be ashamed. The shame of the act is on the perpetrators of the crime. You are strong, and you have not lost your life because of the situation. God bless you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for your comments, questions, and thank you so much, Dr. Kaycee, tonight. God bless you, and we'll talk some other time to make plans for this later in the future. Is that okay?
All right. Yes, that's good. Can't consent.
Somebody still asking questions.
Yeah, but that question, we already answered that question, Philip. Actually, we said that consent can be withdrawn at any time. At any time. And yes. I think that's a lady. I don't know who that person is, but if in the middle of sex, if 1 minute to the guy finishing, you feel uncomfortable with the sex, please ask him to stop. Do not be afraid to ask him to stop. His orgasm is not your primary concern. Your safety is, okay? He will sort himself out.
The orgasm is not the primary concern. your safety is more important than the pleasure that the partner wants to derive. Okay, so please take note. Protect yourself. Keep yourself, please. God bless you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my sister. Okay. I will answer your question later. You can deal with the doctor. At Kaycee_C. Please be my doctor. God bless you.